Besides the brake we use with the pedal, there is another braking system we have, which is the one we use before leaving the vehicle while it's stationary. How does the handbrake work? For example, this car has an automatic handbrake. First we'll look at this, and then there's another type of handbrake system. Generally, it's the more common one. We'll look at that as well. Here, as you can see on the left side of the vehicle, right at the entrance of the door, there's a symbol like this. This is the international symbol for the handbrake. You'll also see this on the dashboard indicators. There's a letter P inside, which stands for park. You can also think of it as a parking brake. There are also two parenthesis marks around it. As I said, this is a global symbol. Now, let's see how the handbrake is used. We pull it up, press the button, and our handbrake is engaged. To release it, we pull it up again and press the button once more. When the light goes off, it means it's in the deactivated position. Now we're moving on to the other more commonly used type of handbrake that I mentioned earlier. This is also a lever system, and this type is generally used in most cars. The vehicles we use in training also have this type of handbrake. Let's quickly see how to use the handbrake in this one as well. You press the button to lower it. You lift it up without pressing the button. At this point, when you pull it up without pressing the button, you'll hear a sound anyway. The handbrake becomes engaged. When releasing it, if it's pulled up too much, sometimes this button can get stuck. You might not be able to press it. In this case, the handbrake has a small margin. If you lift it up a little, the button will be released. As you can see, you pull it, it releases, and then you can press it. Then you lower it. As I said, when pulling it up, you can do so without pressing the button. Since this is an automatic car, it only has two pedals. The large pedal on the left is the brake pedal, and the pedal on the right is the gas pedal. The correct position of your foot on the pedals is very important here. I recommend keeping it in front of the brake. So how do you reach the gas pedal in this case? You don't lift your heel. Your heel stays fixed, facing the brake pedal. You just need to move your foot left or right at the ankle to switch between the gas and brake pedals. You'll see this more clearly when I play the video now. Look, pressing the gas, pressing the brake. See, brake, gas, heel on the floor. Not by moving your heel each time like this, but by generally keeping your heel fixed opposite the brake. We only use our right foot. The left foot is not used. There's a footrest here, and your foot stays there in a fixed position. We're going to talk about a car with a clutch pedal, in other words, a manual vehicle. Automatic transmission vehicles have their own clutch system. In automatics, the car shifts gears for you, but in manual cars, you have to do it yourself. You need to press the clutch every time you change gears. The clutch becomes active when you press the pedal all the way down, allowing you to change gears easily. The brake and accelerator don't work in the same way. Even the slightest touch on them will activate them immediately. So don't press the brake or the accelerator the same way you press the clutch. You need to use very gentle and soft touches for the brake and accelerator. In most cases, you can even slow down without having to press the brake at all. As soon as you take your foot off the accelerator, the car will already start to slow down. If you see that it still hasn't slowed down as much as you want, in that case, you can gently tap the brake pedal to slow the car down. We can see the foot here. To fully press the clutch, it presses down like this and then lifts off slowly. The position of the right foot for the accelerator and brake is the same. As you can see, the heel is fixed and positioned opposite the brake. By moving from the ankle, you can easily reach both the accelerator and the brake, as you can see.